I'm River Gibbs. When young people in my generation want some entertainment, all we have to do is go to the internet, or maybe see a movie, or check out the 300 channels on our cable TV box. But when my grandparents were young, aside from reading a good book or spending Saturday at the movies, the best way to have fun was to listen to the radio. During the next hour, we'll turn back the clock and hear the old-time radio shows young America liked the best. The popular juvenile radio show, Big John and Sparkie, was a real one-man band. John Arthur wrote and played all of the characters in this 15-minute daily radio series that ran from 1950 until 1958 on the ABC radio network. In addition to the 5 shows a week, Arthur also did a 2-hour weekend show broadcast on Saturday mornings called No School Today, with the same cast of characters. Because Arthur produced the show with the help of tape recorders, he was able to not only switch back and forth from one character to another using his vocal skills, he was also able to pre-record parts of the dialogue and literally talk to himself. But if you will notice, compared to radio of today, Big John and Sparkie seems slow and somewhat awkward. But when the boys and girls of the 1950s tuned in, they just loved it. Now, let's hear 2 quarter-hour episodes of Big John and Sparkie, as heard by millions of boys and girls in 1953.
Hi, hey, hello there. Hi, boys and girls. Hi, kids. Hey, get in here right now, because it's time for the party with Big John and Sparkie.
And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big John and Sparkie. Today's chapter is entitled, Yuki Butcher to the Rescue. During the 2 months that Sparkie was absent from his home in Cincinnati, Ohio, while on a big game hunting expedition in Africa, the kids in Sparkie's club decided they wanted a new leader. This hurt Sparkie's pride ever so much because he's been the leader of the clubhouse gang for quite some time. Sidney Clackstetter is the name of the new boy. Sparkie doesn't intend to take this challenge to his leadership lying down, so as we join today's episode, Sparkie and I are in the living room at our house in Cincinnati, and Sparkie's trying to figure out what to do.
Well, now, let's see. Just let me see. What can I do? There must be some way.
Hey, Sparkie, what are you doing? Sitting there talking to yourself?
Yeah, Big John, I'm trying to figure out something.
Something to do with your club, I guess?
Well, yeah. Actually, I'm trying to figure out a way to make the guys in our club, the Grand Order of the Glorious Knights of the Mystic Secret Circle, of which I used to be the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, still want me to be the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter of the Grand Order of the Glorious Knights of the Mystic Secret Circle. Whew. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a mouthful, wasn't it?
I should say it was. Well, I'm glad to see you can at least be good-humored about this latest setback in your political career.
Well, that's because, Big John, inside my little brain, I am devising a plot to get even with those guys.
Oh, now, Sparkie, that isn't right. You should never seek revenge.
Revenge? Oh, Big John, this isn't revenge. No, this is just getting even with those guys.
Well, what in the world do you think revenge is? When you want to get even with somebody, that's revenge. And no matter what anyone does to you, no matter how bad, you should never seek revenge.
Well, I know, but this kind of getting even isn't revenge, Big John. It's sort of like a game. I mean, all kids play it. It's fun. Boy. See, right now, all the guys in the club are trying to figure out what I'm going to do to get even with them, and they're already trying to figure out how to get even with me for getting even with them, see? It's fun.
Yeah, well, I guess it is. Uh-oh, there's the doorbell. Sparkie, would you go and see who it is, please?
Yeah, okay. Well, how about that? Look who's here. Hey, come on in. Boy, you're just in time to have a little gab fest here. Hey, Big John, it's Yuki Butcher. He says he dropped in to pay us a little visit.
Oh, fine. Come on in, Yuki. Have a chair.
No, thank you, Big John. I've got plenty of chairs in my room at the Cheviot Hills Hotel. I don't need any more chairs. Thanks anyway, though, Big John.
What I mean, Yuki, is sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, yes, I think I'll do that. Make myself comfortable. Oh, fine. Well, how have you been, Big John?
Oh,
Fine. How about you, Sparky lad? How have you been? Feeling fine, I hope. Fine and dandy, that is.
Well, Yuki, I tell you,
Glad to hear it, lad. Fine. You're a good little boy, Sparky.
Wait a minute, Yuki. You didn't even let me tell you how I am.
Oh, you don't have to tell me how you are, lad. I know. You're a good little boy, Sparky lad. Yeah, fine little boy. Real fine.
Okay, if you say so, Yuki. But I don't feel real fine.
Is that right? Well, what's the matter, lad? Got a pain in your gizzard or something? I recall the one time in his entire lifetime when old Charlie Rustflaw wasn't feeling real fine. Had a pain in his gizzard. Old Charlie was bending over tying his shoelaces. When he tried to stand up, he couldn't straighten up there.
Yeah? Is that right?
Yeah. Turned out he had gotten his tie caught in his shoelaces. Tied him in a double bow there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Yuki. But, I'm afraid I don't have a pain in my gizzard. I got worse trouble than that.
Yeah, fine. What is it, lad?
Well, it seems that while we were away in Africa, a new kid moved into the neighborhood. And now all the kids in our club want him to be the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter.
Fine. Well, what's wrong with that, lad?
What do you mean, what's wrong with it? That's what I am in the club. Don't you see? They want to give him my job in the club. I want to be the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter.
Oh, well, that's not so fine, then, is it?
Well, I'll say it isn't.
How come they prefer this new feller to you, lad?
First of all, because this new kid's daddy is an inventor. He invents all kinds of inventions.
Oh, that's real fine.
It's not. This new kid, his name is Sidney Clackstetter, by the way, promised the guys in our club that if they elected him the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, he bribed them, because what he said was that he'd go and get his daddy to invent a new electric eye door for the clubhouse shack, see? A door that could only be opened by members of the club. It'd be a secret thing,
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, look, don't you understand, Yuki? If I'm not the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, I won't be able to wear my plumed hat with the fluffy purple and white feathers on it and my white robe with the white jockey satin lining.
Oh, I see. Well, that's bad, lad. Yeah, that's bad. Well, Well, what are you going to do about it?
Well, so far, I don't know.
You see, Yuki, just before you got here, Sparky was trying to figure out a way to get the boys in his club to change their minds about electing this new boy, Sidney Cluckstepper, or whatever his name is.
Sidney Clackstetter, Big John.
Yeah, this Clackstetter. Sparky was trying to figure out a way to keep the boys from electing him to the office that Sparky already holds.
Well, it doesn't seem fair. If Sparky is the salt and pepper high lamby pie of the pink and blue suspenders, I think he should keep the job there.
Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, Yuki.
Yeah, fine, that's what I said. Salt and pepper shakers with the purple and white gravy boat, fine. You say this new kid's daddy's an inventor, huh? Invents inventions, I suppose?
Yeah, that's right. And that's why Rabbiters McKeester and Maxie Finster and all the rest of the guys in my club want him to be the head of our club, because he said his daddy will invent a special electric eye door for the clubhouse shack. A door that can only be opened by members of the club.
Fine. How come nobody else can open the door, though, lad?
Well, because it's an invention and it only opens up whenever you walk past the electric eye.
Well, does that mean that only members of your club can walk past the electric eye, or what?
Well, no, but see, if somebody who isn't a member of the club walks past the electric eye, then the door won't open.
Well, that's real fine, but how does the electric eye know whether or not a feller who walks past it's a member of your club or not?
Yeah, that's a good question. How about it, Sparky?
Well, you see, the electric eye won't work unless the person who walks past it is wearing a special kind of a button on his coat.
Oh.
A special kind of a button, see, made out of a special kind of metal that works the electric eye.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, I see. That's pretty clever, isn't it, Yuki?
Oh, yeah, it's real fine, real fine. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea, all right.
Yeah, it'll be real keen having an electric eye door on the clubhouse.
Yeah.
But I don't see why we have to elect this new kid to my job in the club. I mean, just to get this electric eye door.
Well, by the way, Sparky, you say this is an electric eye door. It works by electricity, I presume.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't any electricity back in Wobbledink's woods, which means that if you don't have any electricity in your shack, how's an electric eye door going to operate without current?
Oh, this Sidney Clackstetter, Daddy's got this whole thing all figured out. He's got some old automobile batteries that he's going to give us to make the electric eye door.
Oh, I see.
You say this boy's daddy's an inventor, huh? Invents inventions and stuff like that?
That's right.
Fine. You know, lad, I'm an inventor. I invent new and improved models.
New and improved models of what?
Yes, you must come out to see my laboratory sometime. I got an inventing laboratory out in the big barn at the old Plug Nickel farm. Got lots of inventions out there. Haven't even given to the public yet.
Hey, I didn't know you were an inventor.
No, I didn't either, Yuki. Hey, this is a surprise. My goodness.
Oh, yes, I'm an inventor. I invent inventions. You must go out to my laboratory sometime and see my new and improved bread toaster.
Bread toaster?
Yeah, not only does it toast the bread for you, but it butters it, too. You plop a piece of white bread into my new improved toaster, and it comes out toasted and buttered for you. You can turn a couple of knobs on it and make you some cinnamon toast.
Hey, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, yes. Hey, lad, if you could present your club with an electric eye door for your clubhouse, do you think that the other kids would be willing to keep you as the head man of the club?
Yeah, sure, Yuki.
Well, in that case, I might just as well go to work in my inventing laboratory and invent a special new and improved electric eye door for your little old clubhouse shack back there in Wobbleding Woods, yes.
Hey, honest, Yuki?
Sure. It'll be the best electric eye door you ever did see. If you fellas will excuse me now, I shall be off to my laboratory where I work on my inventions in the big barn out in the old Plug Nickel farm. Good day, fellas.
Good day, Yuki.
Boy. Yeah, good day, Yuki. And thanks. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I never thought Yuki Butcher was also an inventor. Has an inventing laboratory in a barn out in Old Nickel Farm. He's going to invent an electric eye door for our clubhouse. Now I'll bet those guys will keep me as the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter instead of making Sid Clackstetter the exalted High Lama. But I'm not sure they will. Well, anyway, we'll just have to see. Just as soon as Yuki finishes inventing the new electric eye door for the clubhouse, that'll separate the... I'll see you tomorrow, kids.
Now, let's hear another quarter-hour episode of Big John and Sparkie.
Hi, hey, hello there. Hi, boys and girls. Hi, kids. Hey, get here right now because it's time for the party with Big John and Sparkie.
And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big John and Sparkie. Today's chapter is entitled, Yuki Butcher Unveils an Invention. There's quite a lot going on around our house these days to occupy one's attention. First, Mayor Plumfront and Daffodil Dilly are making their wedding plans. Yuki Butcher has been busy driving customers around in his taxi cab and also spending time at the inventing laboratory. And Sparkie's having trouble with his club members. They want to depose him and make Sidney Clackstetter the new head of the club, all because Sidney's father in Wobbleding's Woods. Now, here's Big John and Yuki.
You know, Big John, I feel kind of bad about Sparkie.
Feel bad about Sparkie? Why?
Well, the way he ran out of here a little while ago, heading for Wobbleding's Woods, you could tell that he didn't like what was going on back there at his club.
Oh, don't worry about that. He'll get over it, Yuki. In fact, he's enjoying every minute of it.
Well, I don't know, Big John. In a way, I feel it's my fault.
Oh.
I promised the lad that I'd build him an electric eye door for his clubhouse, but I just never got around to making it, that's all.
Well, Yuki, with Mayor Plumfront's wedding coming up, you just didn't have time to do anything about the electric eye door.
Yeah, that is true. Only trouble is, now that the other kid's daddy has invented his electric eye door, now the other kid's going to get Sparkie's job at the club.
Well, Yuki, it's like I said before. Sparkie's enjoying every minute of his misery. You just watch and see. When this whole thing is over, Sparkie and this Sidney Clackstetter, or whatever this new boy's name is, they'll be bosom buddies.
Yeah, fine.
Fine is right. Everything will be real fine. Real fine.
Yeah, real fine. Well, anyway, I wish the lad had come back home. I would drive you fellas out to the old Plug Nickel farm where I got my inventing laboratory. I'd like to show you some of my inventions.
Well, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if that might be Sparkie now. Listen, the door probably locked when he went out and he doesn't have a key. You want to let him in, Yuki?
Yeah, sure, I'll take care of that. I'll go take care of it right away.
Yeah, thanks. I want to straighten up here a little bit, and in case we want to go out, why, I won't have to do anything when I come back to the house. Oh, I feel sorry for Sparkie, too, but after all, you know, you just got to go along with these things.
You were right, Big John. It was the lad. Hey, get your hat and coat, Big John.
My hat and coat? Why? We going somewhere?
Yeah. I asked the lad if he'd like to ride out to the Plug Nickel farm to see my inventing laboratory in the old barn. He said that he sure would.
Oh, well, fine. You and Sparkie go out to your car a while, and I'll get my hat and coat, and I'll be right with you.
Yeah, okay. Sparkie's still standing out on the porch. Poor kid. He's sort of down at the dumps. I'm going to try to cheer him out.
Yeah, all right. I'll be right with you. Just, go on, make yourself comfortable out there. I'll be along in a second.
Yeah. I'll just close the front door here so the cold air don't get into Big John's house. Well, Sparkie lad, you all set to go out and see my inventing laboratory, are you?
Yeah, okay. I guess so, Yuki.
Fine, well, come on. Big John said we should go out and get into my taxi cab whilst he puts on his hat and coat.
Okay, Yuki.
Hey, what's the matter there, lad? Why don't you sound peppy and full of the old Ned like usual?
Oh, you know what happened? That Sidney Clackstedter's daddy has finished making the electric eye door for our clubhouse, and now all the kids have elected Sidney Clackstetter the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter of our club. So what's the use of living? I mean, it's too late now,
Oh, now, lad, don't worry about that. We'll fix you up. We'll have them kids in your club just begging you to be the pink and blue Lama of the green and yellow suspenders or whatever it is. Come on, get into the taxi cab.
Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, Yuki.
Yeah, fine. Here comes Big John. All set, Big John?
Yeah, all set, Yuki. Get into the cab. I'll crank her up for you.
All right, fine. I'll just set the spark here. We'll be all set. Okay, Big John. Crank the crank.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, fine. There we are. Ha, 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 ha. The old motor turned over on the first try. Come on, hop in, Big John.
Yeah, I'm in, Yuki. Okay, let's be on our way.
Fine. We'll just turn down the old gas pedal here. Fine. Now we'll take off in the direction of the country. We'll be out at the Plug Nickel farm and nothing flat.
What's the matter with you, Sparkie? You're so quiet.
Oh, nothing at all, Big John. It's just like...
Like what?
Well, it's just like all those guys in the club have elected Sidney Clackstetter the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter of our club.
Come on, it's not that bad. If that's the worst thing that ever happens to you during your lifetime, it won't be so awful.
Yeah, that's right, lad. You take my taxi cab here. It still runs as good as it did the day it came off the production line back in 1920. Well, here we are, fellas. My inventing laboratory in the barn of the old Plug Nickel farm. Now, let's get out. We'll all go into the barn. Or I mean the laboratory.
Hey, you know, this is a nice farm. I've often wondered who owns it and why they don't do anything with it. No one lives out here.
I own it, Big John.
You do?
Yeah, I bought it when I got home from overseas when I was discharged from the Army.
You own this farm?
Yeah, that is right.
Hey, Yuki, how about that? Hey, I never knew that you owned this farm.
Oh, well, I've never had any reason to talk about it. I don't look much like a farmer anyway. I'm not a farmer, I'm an inventor. Well, come on, fellas, let's go inside the barn. I'll just unlock this door and slide it open for you here. Here we go. All right, fellas, step inside. Now close this here door behind us. There's no heat inside right now. Gotta turn on the heater.
Hey, this is quite a barn.
Boy, hey, this is pretty keen-o. Look at all the gadgets in here. Hey, this is real cool. Are these your inventions, Yuki?
Yeah, that is right, lad. Some of these here gadgets are my inventions, and some of these here gadgets are the machines that I use to invent my inventions. Also invented those machines, you know.
Well, hey, how about showing us some of your inventions?
Fine. All right, if you gentlemen will step over here, I'll show you my most remarkable invention of all, which, of course, I have not yet given to the American public. Fine.
You mean this gigantic machine here is one of your inventions?
Yeah, that is right, Big John.
Well, it certainly is an impressive-looking piece of machinery. What's it do?
Just a minute, I'll show you. First, I have to turn on this motor here and get her warmed up a little bit there. There we go. Turn this little crank here. There we go.
Yeah, boy, this is great. Hey, boy.
What's this thing supposed to be doing?
Just a minute now. It isn't working yet. It started here in a second or so. I have to turn this little knob here. Now press this button. Turn this crank.
What?
Turn this little switch. Come on. Now watch, Big Dog. You'll see what's going on. There you are. What do you think of that? There you are. A piece of toasted white bread, all toasted, buttered, ready to eat.
You mean to tell me this gigantic machine is a bread toaster?
No, not just a toaster, Big John. It's the special deluxe Yuki Butcha do and improve toaster with automatic gear shifted coffee dispenser. Watch, I press this here button like this, you see. There, well. Oh, there you are. Nice steamy hot cup of coffee.
Wow.
What do you think about doing an improved bread toaster, Big John?
Well, it's very nice, Yuki, but I'm afraid it's not very practical.
What do you mean, not practical? And why not, may I ask, Big John?
Well, look at the size of it.
Oh, fine.
It's bigger than the kitchen in our house.
Yeah, fine.
I can buy a bread toaster that I can hold in my hand.
Yeah, but will it also press your pants in 30 seconds, which this machine will do?
Well, no, I hardly think so.
Well, see, that's why I call it the new and improved toaster. Lad, I am happy to announce that I'm going to give you this special deluxe Yuki Butcha new and improved bread toaster with automatic gear shifted coffee dispenser, which I shall change to a hot chocolate dispenser. Going to make a present of it to your club. You want it, lad?
Oh, well, I don't know what we'll do with it. It's twice as big as our clubhouse. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Yes, sirree. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Kids, you should see this new and improved bread toaster that Yuki has invented. It's got buttons and knobs and cranks and switches and colored lights all over it. It's so big it won't even fit in our kitchen at home. In fact, you could probably put our kitchen inside this toaster. And Yuki gave it to our club to put in our clubhouse. It won't fit, but maybe us kids could open up a restaurant and a dry cleaning shop. Because Yuki says the toaster will give butter toast bread and hot coffee or hot chocolate and press your pants in 30 seconds. Oh, good old Yuki. Oh, well. Guess we better get ready now for Mayor Plumfront's ready. I'll see you tomorrow, kids.
That was Big John and Sparkie from 1953. Next we head for outer space. The exciting radio serial Flash Gordon was another of those great shows taken from the pages of the comic books. Flash Gordon was created in the wake of the immense popularity of the Buck Rogers series. Flash Gordon is one of the earliest of the radio daily serials. It dates to 1935. Now, Flash Gordon.
Presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, you remember, King Voltan received a call from one of Khan's lieutenants, telling him of the plight of Flash, Dale, and Khan, and asking for help. Dr. Zarkov was at once dispatched with an army and some ray cannon to the rescue of our three friends. In the meantime, Dale and Khan planned to obey all orders so they might get the freedom of the palace and hoped to be able to free Flash from the clutches of Queen Azura. For a brief moment, Dale talked with Flash, who, although he didn't recognize her, pitied the beautiful girl chained to the kitchen stove and promised to ask the Queen to free her. Before he could gain Azura's consent, Paul interrupted the conference with the news that the land was being invaded by the Hawkmen. Azura called out the army and asked Flash to be commander-in-chief. This angered Saul, who wanted that distinguished place for himself. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Big Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Now we continue the story. Summoned by Azura, legion after legion of blue magic men fall into formation. Flash prepares to assume his new duties as commander-in-chief.
Azura, how large is your army?
I do not know exactly.
Then the first thing to be done is to review the regiment. I must know what strength of armed men I have at my disposal.
Very well. Come under this balcony, Flash. From here you will have a good view of the parade ground.
Azura, I wish to have your army...
Our army, my prince.
Our army pass in review. Will you give the order, please?
When I asked you to become commander-in-chief, I gave you full command of the armed forces.
Thank you. Carl?
Sire.
Send word for formation past this balcony.
As you command, sire.
Serving as your commander-in-chief is a pleasure, Azura, but it is also a great responsibility.
Not too great for you, my noble prince.
I shall do all in my power to prove worthy of your faith.
There goes the call to review. See, the first legion is squealing and starting this way.
What a splendid army. We ought to defeat these Hawkmen, whoever they are.
Here comes the finest of them all. Guards.
And those coming next, what are they?
The light magic artillery.
But what are those tremendous objects being pulled by the next legion?
Those are the combustion ray machines.
Combustion ray machines? What are they for?
Wait until you get into action. Your officers will tell you.
You are not only a queen of magic, my beautiful one, but you are also a queen of suspense. What legion is this?
Sleep gas legion.
Sleep gas. That sounds like a most formidable weapon.
And here comes the stone formation legion.
And the ones with the cloak?
The invisibility legion.
And those?
The camouflage legion.
Who are the ones with the long hair?
The animal legion.
And those men with the peculiar shields?
The transparent wall legion.
And those machines coming now?
The Salvo gun legion.
And still they come. Legion after legion. I've never seen such an army.
You have seen enough, sire. Only about half of our regiment have gone by.
If this is only half of the army, Carl, I pity these Hawkmen when I start the attack.
While Flash is looking over his army, Prince Zarkov is in conference with Mar, one of the Hawkmen's officers.
We must find out if Flash and Dale and Khan are still alive before we make any rash attacks, Mark.
You are quite right, Commander Zarkov.
Turn on your spacograph. and let us see what we can see.
Look, Commander. There's a large rock. It must be the rock which is blocking the entrance to the cave, through which Flash, Dale, and Captain Con disappeared.
We cannot see beyond it. There is only one thing to be done. Blast it out of our way.
Shall I order the battery of ray cannon into position?
At once.
Swing the battery of ray cannon into position. Aim for the rock.
I hope we are not too late to save them.
Oh, I hope not, too. Captain Con is too good an officer and friend to lose.
Ready with the range.
They have found range, Commander.
You may fire.
Fire! Look, the rock is spinning.
That's got it. The rock is destroyed. Come now. Let us try the spacograph again.
Nothing but haze. The country is well named. Blue Magic Land.
Spoiled by that witch queen. Mar, there is only one thing left now.
And what is that, Commander?
Call for a volunteer to go into the territory of the Blue Magic Men and find out the information we wish.
Of course. A spy. Commander, I myself will go.
No, we cannot spare you, Mar. Send one of the privates.
No, Commander. I will not ask any of my men to do what I would not do myself.
You are a brave man and a fine officer. I shall speak to Down about promoting you when I return to his palace.
Thank you, Commander.
Azura has thrown up a protective and impenetrable fog against our spacecraft. But we may be able to beat her yet.
And how do you propose to do that, Commander?
It is simple. Mar, you will disguise yourself as a peddler and gain entrance to the Queen's palace.
Well, how?
Say that you wish to enter her service. Inside your peddler's pack, you will have a portable space phone.
Oh, Commander, you have my utmost admiration. It is the plan of a genius, a super strategist.
When you have found out the information we seek, establish contact with me here, and I shall proceed on your report.
Very good, Commander. When shall I start on my mission?
At once.
Commander, I shall give you the information all my life.
Next day, Tal is called to the gates of Azura's palace to question a peddler who has asked admittance.
Who are you?
I am a poor peddler, footsore, weary, and hungry. I seek shelter, O noble sire.
I am Tal, chief magician to Her Majesty, Queen Azura.
I bow before you, great Tal. O mighty wizard, let me enter the service of the Queen. You will find in me a zealous neophyte.
You are a peddler. Why are you so anxious to change your profession?
I can hardly make a living. Soon I shall have to turn beggar. Let me devote my life to being of some use to the Queen.
You might be of use. What is your name?
Why,
Come.
if you accept me into your household and give me a new life, let me take on a new name also. Let my name die with my past.
Very well. I will open the gate.
Bless you, mighty Tal. Bless you.
Now, come this way. I will take you to the kitchen and give you food.
Oh, yes.
You bring some soup to this man.
At once, oh mighty wizard.
Sit down, stranger. Let me take your pack.
No.
Well, you needn't take my head off. I wasn't going to steal it. I only intended to have it put in your quarters.
I am grateful, mighty Tal. But all I own is in this bundle, and I should feel lost without it. Here is the... look out! Look! Don't spill it. That would be wasteful when I am so hungry.
Yes, you clumsy fool. There must be no waste of the food around here. You know what happens to the girl when she drops her tray in front of the Queen?
I ask pardon, O mighty Tal. It was my anxiety to please that caused my hands to tremble.
See that it does not happen again, slave. Eat your fill, stranger, while I go to find out for Her Majesty which is me to put you.
My. Someone may hear you. Oh, you are safe, Captain Con. Thanks be to Tal.
Yes. What are you doing here? How did you get here? Where are the rest of our men?
One question at a time, Captain. I was sent here by Prince Zarkov to find out what happened to you and Flash and Dale. Where are the other two?
Dale is at the other end of the kitchen, chained to the stove.
And Flash?
He is not...
No, he isn't dead.
Oh.
But drugged. He doesn't recognize either Dale or me. Azura has cast a spell over him. Oh, if I were only free.
Don't curse your fate, Captain Tom. I'm here to help bring aid.
How can you? Once you get in here, they never let you out.
I don't need to get out in order to bring aid.
What? What do you mean?
In this bundle, I have a portable space phone. Over it, I'm going to report to Zarkov everything I find out.
Then hurry and send a message. Tell him we are alive and that he must come quickly. They seem to be mobilizing the army for an attack.
Well, where can I go to send it? Tom may come back any minute.
Let us go where Dale is. She can watch for Tow's return. We can put the ground wire of the space phone outside the grilled window, and there will be less interference. Come along.
Where are you two going?
The peddler feels faint in this heat. I am helping him to that window yonder where he may get a breath of air.
All right. Go ahead. Come on, you slaves. Get to work.
Oh, that was a close call, Captain.
Yes. We must work fast. Dale.
Yes, Tom? What is it? Oh.
This is Captain Moss. He has been sent by Prince Zarkov to find out about us.
Oh, Captain Moss, I'm so glad you've come. Are you going to get us out of here?
I hope so, Princess. But first I must report to Zarkov by space phone.
Dale, go over there as far as your chain will let you. For Tal or the guards. I will watch from here while Mars sets up his machine.
At once. The coast is clear. Hurry!
Captain Marr calling Prince Zarkov. Captain Marr calling Prince Zarkov. Captain Marr calling Prince Zarkov. Captain Marr calling Prince Zarkov.
At the same time, Prince Zarkov, in the far-off kingdom of the Hawkmen, is trying to establish a space phone connection.
Zarkov calling Captain Marr. Zarkov calling Captain Marr.
No answer, Prince Zarkov.
No answer. He should have arrived, and we should have received a report by now.
The blue magic men are marching to attack us, Prince Zarkov. Sentries have just sighted them.
Bring me my distance glasses.
Here, Prince Zarkov.
Ah, I see them. And there's Flash on horseback. They must have tied him on and are using him to bait us into attacking them. Very well, we shall call their bluff. Colonel, order the first company of lancers to charge.
The first Lancers, the greatest flyers in the Hawkmen army, circle to a dizzy height and at a signal from their leader, fold their wings and dive for Azura's army. Down at the head of the armed blue magic men, Flash and Azura watch the diving Hawkmen.
There come the Hawkmen, my prince.
I see them, Azura. I'm just wondering which battery I shall train on them.
I suggest you use the guns of the combustion ray machine.
What will happen if I do?
Order them used and see.
Very well. Ho, men! Swing the combustion ray guns into... What is the secret of the great combustion ray machine? Will the gallant Hawkmen under Professor Zarkov be able to overcome it and rescue Flash Gordon and Dale Arden? In next Sunday's Comic Weekly, which is a part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper, you will find a full-colored picture of the combustion ray machine. Also a thrilling action picture of the Hawkmen in battle formation. See if you can guess how the combustion ray machine works and what will happen to the Hawkmen. And besides Flash Gordon, you'll find all your old friends waiting to entertain you in the Comic Weekly. Full-color pictures of the merriest, funny men and bravest adventurers ever assembled in all picture magazines. Think of it, bringing up Father, the Little King, Polly and her pals, the Katzenjammer Kids, Jungle Jim, Chips and Casper, Barney Google, good old Skippy, Mickey Mouse, and many, many others. Yes, they'll all be there with new pranks and more thrilling adventures to entertain you. For the Comic Weekly is the world's biggest and best pictorial supplement of fun and adventure. So once more we suggest you get the big Comic Weekly with your Hearst newspaper next Sunday. Study the Flash Gordon pictures and see if you can guess what will happen when Professor Zarkov and his gallant Hawkmen come face to face with the combustion ray machine. Be sure to listen for the answer next week at this time when we will present another chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon.
By the way, there is an interesting link between Flash Gordon and the Lone Ranger. Remember the music used on the Flash Gordon show? Well, if you stay with this music for a few minutes, you'll find that later in the selection you hear That's right, both the theme for Flash Gordon and theme for the Lone Ranger are from different parts of the William Tell Overture. Now a second exciting Flash Gordon episode with some great music.
Presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, Flash Gordon, growing more and more visible, followed Queen Azura when she was captured by the Death Dwarfs and taken to Hoko, their king. While Zarkov rescued Dale Arden from the flaming cottage, and they destroyed the invisibility machine to prevent the Blue Magic Men from using it. In the meanwhile, Khan the Hawkman had the soldiers show him the iron door leading to the Pit of Peril, to which Azura and Flash had disappeared. He ordered them to open the iron door. Paul arrived and questioned Khan's authority. Then Paul declared that as Azura was dead, he was the new ruler. Khan refused to acknowledge him ruler until it was definitely proved that Flash was dead. When the iron door was opened, neither Flash nor Azura answered when their names were called. Back in the tunnel, King Hoko ordered Azura taken to the fiery pit and burned to death. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Now we continue the story.
To the pit of fire with Azura. We'll roast the magic out of her.
No. Listen to me, Hoko. Kill me if you choose, but do not torture me.
Do not torture you. Huh. Why should we not give you some of your own medicine? Did you not torture us? Have you not continued to torture us by keeping us in these dark tunnels?
You are men. I am only a defenseless woman.
Defenseless? Yes, now that your armors are not with you.
Listen to me, Hoko. I will bargain with you.
Bargain? Whoever heard of a prisoner bargaining? Listen to her, men. She will bargain with me.
Then I will trade with you.
Trade with me? What have you to trade now, Azula?
Freedom.
Freedom?
My freedom for yours.
What do you mean?
You will return me to my Blue Magic people safe and unharmed. I will open the iron door to you and give you back your freedom.
If I let you go, you will let us out of here, free to roam in the daylight, free to go and come as we please, where we please.
I will.
And you won't have your soldiers kill us off?
No, I promise. Well, what do you say? Will you return me to my people?
No.
You won't?
No, I will not. This is the moment I've been waiting for, Azura. For years I've thought of getting you in my power. Now that I have you, I'm going to put you out of the way for good.
Oh, mercy, Hoko. Mercy.
Listen to who begs for mercy. Get along to the fiery cauldron.
As Hoko, king of the Death Dwarfs, forces Queen Azura at spear point out toward the bubbling, flame-spitting cauldron of an underground volcano, Flash Gordon, now fully visible, decides on a desperate attempt to save the Witch Queen.
Stand back, Azura.
Oh, save me, Flash.
The dwarfs scream in rage and terror as a blond wild man drops into their midst.
I'll fix you, you little monster.
Help, men. You was trying. Here, what are you going to do? Let me down. Let me down.
You bet I'll let you down. Right into the boiling inferno.
No.
Oh, Flash, what can we do now? The dwarfs are between us and the corridor to the iron door. We're trapped.
Not yet. Jump on my back. Put your arms around my neck and hold tight.
Oh, what are you going to do, Flash?
I wasn't on the college track team for nothing. I'm going to use Hoko's spear as a vaulting pole. Hang on. Here we go.
And with those words, Flash Gordon swings Azura and himself up and soars over the heads of the enraged dwarfs.
Oh, we're free. Now, if only we can get out that iron door.
We can outdistance these dwarfs. Let's run for it.
In the meantime, Dr. Zarkov and Dale Arden arrive at the palace walls.
Here we are at the palace, Dale.
Yes, Dr. Zarkov. Where shall I tie our horse?
Lead him over there until we can see how the land lies.
Oh, Dr. Zarkov, I do hope we aren't too late. I hope Flash isn't...
Trust Flash to use his head, Dale. He will not willingly risk his life for nothing. If he is dead, it is only because he died fighting for his life.
What's that?
The sun is going down. It must be the changing of the guards. Right up to the gate. They will only see you. Then when they get you inside, I will slide off the horse and follow you wherever they take you.
All right, Dr. Zarkov. I don't care what they do to me. If only I can save Flash.
Call to them, Dale.
Oh, God! They've seen us. I mean me. They're letting down the drawbridge.
Good. Ride out into the palace yard.
Oh, stand where you are. Why, it's the Earth Girl. Where did you come from?
Where is Flash Gordon? Take me to him at once.
What?
Take me to Flash Gordon at once.
Did you hear, comrade? She wants to be taken to Flash Gordon. All right, Earth Girl. Come this way. You'll get your wish.
Dr. Zarkov, what do you suppose he means?
I do not know, Dale. And I do not like the way he said that. Wait until we get around the corner. I will grab his rifle.
Here, give me back my rifle, Earth Girl.
I haven't got it.
I have it, guard. That is enough out of you. Get down off the horse quickly, Dale. There is no time to lose.
All right, I'm coming. I'm down. Now what do we do?
Get rid of this animal first. Here, get along. Now we will tie this guard up and hide him so he cannot give the alarm too soon. Here, give me your cloak, Dale.
Here it is.
Now, first we will gag him. Put him in his mouth.
He can't speak now.
That's fine. Now tie his arms. A little more around there. That's
All
it.
right.
That's it. Fine. And now his feet.
Tighter?
Yes, one more knot.
Good.
Oh, there. Now open that door, Dale.
Yes.
Now we will put him in that closet.
Good.
Help him with his feet, Dale.
Certainly, Dr. Zarkov.
Now we will search the palace for Flash Gordon.
At this moment's call, the chief magician is highly elated at the way things have turned out.
So you thought you were ruling the blue magic land, eh, Prisoner Khan?
I can hardly believe that Flash Gordon is dead.
Well, he is. No one can live in that pit of peril. And let's think as you'll let Flash Gordon take her down there.
More than likely she intended to push him in and slam the door after him. But he was too quick for her and dragged her with him.
As Dora thought she was smart, putting Flash Gordon at the head of her armies when you Hawkman attacked us.
So she was.
Well, I'm still alive. But where are Azura and her ex-commander-in-chief?
That's what I would like to know. Well, what are you going to do with me, Tal?
Yes, what am I going to do with you? That is the question. As long as you don't believe Azura and Flash Gordon are dead, I must hold you prisoner until you change your mind.
I shall never be sure until I see their bodies.
Now, fool, how can you see bodies consumed by fire? Oh, God! Bring that prisoner down to the cell block again. And to think I am King Tal the First. I am King Tal. Do you understand, God?
Yes.
You see, Khan, the guards acknowledge me to be their king.
Yes, I hear them.
Who went by me?
No one, General. I mean, Your Majesty.
No one? I am sure someone brushed past me. One of you must have.
We are sorry, Your Majesty, but none of us went by you.
You know better than to admit it. Well, let us get the prisoner in his cell.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Off. Get in that cell, Khan.
Why not? There's nothing left to fight for.
Roar.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Stand guard at the end of the corridor. See that no one gets near the prisoner. You'll give him time to meditate on the follies of being a follower of a lost cause. Come, guard. Let us away to the Hall of State. I must have my kingship proclaimed throughout Blue Magic Land.
Guard. Captain Guard.
Hey? Who's that?
Zarkov.
Zarkov? Where are you? I can't see you. Come around in front of the cell.
I am around in front of your cell.
What? Ah, more of that invisible ray that you used on Flash?
Yes.
You brushed past Tal coming down the corridor.
Yes. He stepped into my path just as I was going back. Where is Flash?
They tell me he and Queen Azura went through the iron door that leads into some pit of peril. They haven't been seen since.
Good heavens. They are both dead.
I had the iron door open. I called a Flash. There was no answer.
Oh, this is worse than I thought. Poor Zale. How can I break the news to her?
She will take it hard, Zarkov. Wait until we are absolutely sure.
You think there may be a chance Flash is still alive?
Yes, I can't help feeling that it was a trick of chance that I received no answer when I called his name.
What do you mean?
What's going on here? What's all this talking?
Why, I'm just talking to myself, guard. You don't see anyone, do you?
Well, if you keep it up, I'll have yourself headed.
Good. It would be more comfortable. Thanks for the suggestion.
And don't be humorous. King Charles will hear of this.
You were saying, Khan.
Well, I figured the Flash wouldn't still be at that iron door after all the time if there were tunnels and corridors in that pit. He's too much of an explorer for that.
You think he may have been looking around in some part of the pit, and so was unable to hear you?
Yes, that's just what I think. But I couldn't prove it then. So I surrendered to await my chance.
I can help you.
How?
As long as the electrical charge holds out, I will be able to search for Flash. Tell me, where is this iron door?
I don't know exactly.
But you have been there.
Yes.
How did you get to it?
I was taken there by laptop, one of the guards. It was getting dusk. I'm not sure of the path. Oh, if I could only get out of here.
Patience, Khan. I'll do a little reconnoitering and report to you. What is the general direction this laptop led you?
North. We went through the north gate toward the hill. But which hill had the iron door, I don't know.
Yakutia Khan. I will look for the iron door and find Flash, or I will find his dead body.
While his friends are planning to search for him, Flash is running down corridor after corridor toward the iron door, followed by Azura and pursued by the tribe of dwarfs.
Hurry, Azura. Hurry. This way.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can, Flash.
Can't be far now. This pit can't be very large.
But it's got endless passages, Flash. You must be careful not to take a blind turn and land up against the wall.
This is a great time to think of that, Azura.
Oh, I've been thinking of it. Each corner we've rounded. Those little fiends are still after us.
Speaking of distance, if we get to that iron door, we're safe.
Oh, hurry, Flash. What's down that turn?
I see it. The iron door, Azura. We've made it. We're safe.
Flash!
What's the matter? You all in?
No, the door is barred from the outside.
So it is. That makes it tougher.
I'll beat on it and see if any of our soldiers are standing guard. Help! Help! It's your queen, Azura!
No use, Azura. Here come the dwarfs. Stand behind us. I'll hold them off as long as I can.
Will Flash Gordon be able to hold off the dwarfs long enough to have the door open and thereby save Azura and himself from a sure and horrible death? We will know at the same time next week. And here's some news about the Comic Weekly. Next Sunday, you will find a brand new feature in the Comic Weekly, the Poster Stamp Collectors Club. Of course, you will want to become a member of the club, and here is how you do it. Next Sunday, as soon as you get your Hearst Sunday newspaper, turn to the Comic Weekly, and there you will find a half-page of wonderful, full-colored poster stamps of animals, history, geography, science, transportation, and many other interesting subjects. Each poster stamp is drawn by a real artist, true in every detail. They will all be reproduced in full color with titles and short descriptions at the bottom of each picture. And as to size, listen to this. Each colored poster stamp will be 6 times as large as the regular 3-cent postage stamp. All you have to do is to become a member is to cut out these poster stamps each week, paste them carefully in a scrapbook with the regular small stickers that all stamp collectors use, and you are a full-fledged collector. Each Sunday, the Comic Weekly will print a full half-page of new and different poster stamps for your collection. Be sure to get yours with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And next week at the same time, another chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon.
Thanks for joining me for an hour of some of the old-time radio shows young America liked the best. I'm River Gibbs. Join me again next time right here. This is the Yesterday USA Radio Network.